Hey guys, Ducks Unlimited of the DragonPeas here, and welcome to Survival of a Duck. A brand new series that I'm starting. Why it's okay, not gonna question that. A brand new series that I am starting that is survival for now. So I'm just going to do a bit of explaining while we go ahead and get the basics going. The plan for this series is, I don't know. I honestly have no idea where I want to go with this series, but it's gonna be survival, and that's all I know. I know there's about 1.5 million Minecraft survival series out there, not only just in existence, but also even within the DragonPeas ourselves, so I do want to keep things new and fresh and interesting, so hopefully it won't be just basic survival for long, but even if it is just basic survival for a little while, I hope that my own commentary and personality, among other things, can keep you all interested. So that's the hope. Anyway, like I said, I may be introducing mods. There's a whole lot of things we can do. Minecraft is one of the most open games. You can do so much with it, even just in the basic survival. And I'm gonna be honest, I've never actually gotten that far in Minecraft survival, even in SMPs. I just kind of teeter off at some point, and maybe we actually will get pretty far in this. I don't know. So yeah, hopefully this will be fun. Survival of a Duck, basically my own little series for us to do whatever we want and whenever we want. If you have any suggestions on what you want to see in the series, post them in the comments below. I'll incorporate them and do all sorts of fun stuff. Now, as for updates on how I'm doing, I know I released a video 2 days ago about being sick, and I'm actually recording this the day it's coming out, and we ended up finding out yesterday, or Monday rather, because I recorded that video on Sunday, I believe, and we found out Monday that I wasn't just sick, I actually had pneumonia. I technically still have pneumonia, but at the moment I am on antibiotics, however you want to say it, and about 8 other medications, as well as doing breathing treatments, so I'm feeling much better and should be getting back into the groove pretty soon. As you can see, I am recording as it is, and yeah, hopefully things can get back to normal. Hopefully I'll just be able to get back into our normal schedule. Again, Friday should be Terraria, and hopefully we'll start to get some story games going sooner or later. And yeah, so again, the series, I'm not sure how fun the first few episodes are going to be. It's just kind of going to get thrown out there, and we'll just see how it goes. And hopefully, as the series goes on, we can start doing some more interesting stuff, some more cool stuff, and things will be fun. I can maybe throw in some special changes here and there to make things more challenging. We'll see. We can really go in whatever direction we want. So yeah, I will be coughing a little bit here and there because, again, pneumonia, but I'm feeling much better, so hopefully that shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's really just talking that gets to me at this point. I rarely ever cough when I'm not talking, and even when I am, as I am right now, things are looking up. So just basic getting started with Minecraft stuffs, killing things, eating things, finding things. I'm gonna get hungry soon, so I want to kill a bunch of these. We've got actually a pretty fantastic start all around. We've got sheepers. I can make a bed if I just kill one more. We've got lots and lots of cows. All that fun stuff. This is also a really cool river. I don't know why, I really like rivers in this game. They're just really fun. Like, just getting around by boat, like having multiple locations, and just going from one to another naturally by boat is just really satisfying. I don't know, I love the Minecraft generation. Maybe I'm just... Am I weird? Am I weird? Well, okay, I'm weird, but, like, is that a thing that makes me weird? I don't know. So, commentary's a little strange. Kinda out there, I don't know. I'm feeling strange today. Just all over the walls. I don't know how, coherent my commentary ever really is. A lot of times I'm kept in line by other people who are shouting things at me or just shouting things in general, and that can really help restrain my thoughts. Good God, do we have enough beef? Alright, let's go ahead and make our furnace. As you can see, I do have my little habitual setup, you know, get 26 stone, which is enough for 2 of every tool and a furnace, and it uses the exact right amount of... Okay, no, there's no way in hell I am cooking that much beef with wood. We need to find some coal. Gets me just the right amount of everything. Oh, this is like a... Okay, this is like a lake. You know, it's almost geographically correct, actually, if you think about meanders turning into lakes. Like, eventually sediment would lay down here, and this would become an isolated lake, and the river would... Anyway, none of you care about geology or geography or any of those things. I do, but that's because I'm a nerd. My primary interests are science, actually not that much compared to other things. I like science. I like earth science specifically, with how the earth works, weather, erosion, and whatnot. That interests me a lot. Also physics and chemistry, but specifically like I guess mechanical chemistry, not really organic chemistry. And then those are my favorite fields of science. And then my favorite fields in general are the most boring for 90% of people, which is language. Etymology, language, specifically ancient languages like Latin and Greek, really fascinate me because of my interest in etymology, as well as history, ancient history, medieval history, all those. So specifically European medieval history is actually my favorite time period. If you haven't already, you will probably hear me throughout random videos just talking about random historical events that were mildly amusing. Actually, most of them in the medieval European periods were actually terrible. They were all terrible. They were all horrible, horrible events, but they're kind of hilarious because their context is just ridiculous. Like the Child's Crusade, which is a crusade taken on and entirely participated in by children, because one of the children had a premonition or a dream in which God apparently spoke to them and told them to take a bunch of children and go on a crusade to Jerusalem. So they said to their town, "Hey, I had a dream where God told me to go on a crusade with children," and the town people believed them. So they actually gathered up a lot of children, and then they found some merchants, and were like, "Oh, well, we need boats to get to Jerusalem because we're not in Jerusalem. So can we, get on some boats?" So the merchant said, "Sure, why not?" So then 2 boats full of children going on a crusade started crossing the, I believe it's the Mediterranean Sea. And it went about as well as could be expected, with one of the boats crashing and all of them dying, including the child who started the whole thing. And the other boat did not go to Jerusalem because the merchants were not stupid, and they instead were taken to Egypt and sold into slavery. Yeah. So horrible, horrible, horrible events, but kind of funny in regards to how stupid people were. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of me ranting on about history. How did I even get here? I was talking about my interests and why I am the most boring person on planet Earth, because I have the most boring interests, like history and language. I'm pretty sure, like going into high school, I was talking to some kid at a new school, and I said, "What are your interests?" "Oh, yay, it's raining." Oh my god, they changed the sounds for rain. Rain actually sounds cool now, but it's still ungodly loud. The kid goes, "What are your interests?" And I'm like, "Well, let's see. Video games, a little bit, superheroes, and film, actually. I really like film. But if I really had to point it down, it'd probably be etymology and like the structure of language, especially ancient languages, and history. Yeah, ancient and European history. Those are pretty much up there." And he just kind of looked at me and said, "Yeah, you're not getting laid anytime soon." I just kind of laughed. That's the story of my life, which I'm fine with personally. But that gets into some interesting territories of your... Ah, Jesus Christ! I saw him. I didn't think he'd aggro on me. That gets into some interesting questions about your relationship philosophy, and that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. And by whole nother day, I mean probably never. I can do math. Sure. Wait, no. Jesus! Just get... Whatever. Sure. I need wood. I used all of my wood on a frickin' boat. Did I even... Okay, I kept the boat. I'm gonna try not to die, like, as much as possible. That's a thing. I might throw on a death counter. That'd be kind of fun. We'll see. We'll see. I haven't really decided yet. But that's a hope anyway. I was gonna need to change my skin. This is a very outdated skin. Okay, once that cooks, I can, you know, heal so I can not die. Not dying is usually something I try to keep on my agenda, but I don't know. It depends on the day of the week. Sometimes I'm really just... Okay. I might also snag Optifine. Are you having problems? Whatever. I might snag Optifine, or maybe a minimap mod. I don't know. Minimap mods are fun to an extent, but sometimes they cause problems. Maybe that's just me being stupid. I used to be really good with mods back in the day, in the old days of Minecraft. Back when I actually played more. I mean, I play a good amount of Minecraft now, but back in the day when I actually played survival regularly, because that was back before I was really into, you know, servers and all that stuff, and I just played survival. And that's all I played, and you know, this wasn't before mod packs. This was before I knew mod packs existed. So I just basically watched a single YouTuber and installed mods myself. And this was back when installing mods was a much more painful process, because it was during the period of transition between Forge and mod loader. So some mods required Forge and some mods required mod loader, and some worked for both and some didn't. Also, back in the day where you had to read the mod tutorials, because some of them were simple. You know, you put it in the mods folder, you have Forge or mod loader, and you're done. But some of them weren't. A lot of them, actually, a good chunk of them, like single player commands, ones like that, you had to go into the .minecraft or the .jar. It was a jar file. I think it may have just been Minecraft.jar back then. I don't remember. That was a long time ago. You had to go into the jar file itself, and you had to drag a bunch of the mod files into there directly. That was a different time. That was also back where you had to delete the infamous meta-inf. If you didn't delete meta-inf whenever you installed mods, none of it just wouldn't work. None of it would work. So no matter what, and that's another different thing. I guess not everyone needs this anymore. But back then, no matter what you were doing, if you wanted to install mods, you needed JZip or 7zip or WinZip or one of them, because you had to be able to open a jar folder and delete meta-inf. And like recently, I don't know what I was doing, but I went into a Minecraft jar folder for some reason, and I saw meta-inf, and my blood boiled. I just saw it, and I just immediately was tempted to delete it, because just seeing that is just, you know, instinctually a red flag for all modders of the olden days. What am I talking about? Also, I don't know if you heard that. That was not a doorbell. That was just a sound that gets made. It sounds like a doorbell. Technically, it is a doorbell. It's built into the place I live, but it's actually just a thing that goes off for whenever my uncle's phone rings, because he owns a business like that. I've been trying not to comment on this, but this is, like, gorgeous. Like, come on. You can't expect me to not want to build something there. But it's one of those things where it looks so cool, but I know that living there would ruin it. Like, it's so cool. There's so much potential. But then if I were to actually go over there and try to start building something, I'd fail. Like, I guess maybe like a tower out of that, and maybe that could be like a... I don't know. I don't know. Man can dream, can he? Danny? Can't he? Can't what am I saying? Dante? Dandy? You know, like everything's all fine and dandy. It's all fun and games until someone gets hurt, and it's freaking hilarious. There's a guy I know who has a t-shirt that says that. It's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. No. It's funny until someone gets hurt. Then it's freaking hilarious. And I've seen this man probably about, you know, I don't know, 12 times, maybe? Not that many. I don't see him all that often. And I think at least half of those 12 times, he's wearing that t-shirt. It's like, I don't know if he has like 5 of them, but he must. Or something. Awesome. Okay. What difficulty am I on? I'm on easy. Let's not do that. I was wondering, because I was getting far too little, diversion. That's not the right word. I love English, and I love language and etymology, but whenever I start talking on camera, everything about my speech just completely disintegrates. As is custom. I really need to get Optifine or something, because the world just looks ugly right now. Or maybe some kind of texture pack. Admittedly, this is the first time I've played... It's the first time I've played Minecraft in a while where I'm walking around and I can actually see all the chunks that are in front of me. That doesn't happen very often. Like, I'm not gonna lie. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Do I want to go mining? Do I want to build a house? Do I want to build a camp? Wait a minute. What the hell? How did... I went south from where I was camped out, but now I'm closer to that hold on, I'm confused now. Is this where I was set up? Yeah, it is. Okay. For some reason, I'm just so disoriented right now. You know what we're gonna do? No, we're not gonna follow this river. It keeps kind of clogging up. It's not gonna work well. We're going to... Huh. Oh my, is that a completely flat edge there? We might climb that, because that looks kind of amusing. You know, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna climb this mountain, we're gonna build a camp, and we're gonna call it a day. Sound good? No? Too bad. You're not the one holding the controller. No, put the knife away. Put the knife away. We're all friends here. I think I've made that joke, the whole put the knife away, you know, spiel, probably about 12 times on camera at this point. I don't know if I've done it on this channel before, but I probably have. I do it way too often. It's kind of... What was it? No, this is not happening. Oh, shite. No, we're not going that way. That's not going to end well. Aha! You can't get me. Oh. Oh, hi. Hello, front! How did... Okay. I'm just not gonna question that. Ha! Your AI is too good for you to get me. That's... What? Okay, well now we're apparently not climbing that, because I'm not gonna deal with her right now. I'm just not. I know my skill cap in this game, and I know that's not going to end well with my current equipment. This mountain range just keeps getting cooler, but I'm kind of scared that, like, I'm gonna find something living in it. I have not gotten very far in Minecraft Survival ever, and, like, there's new stuff in the end. I haven't been to the end since, like, 1.7? Maybe 1.8? I don't remember. Probably not. There's... I discovered llamas recently. I've been to a woodland mansion once, and that was kind of on accident, actually. That's a different story. I was actually just trying to make a deal with someone. I see these weird generations, and honestly, any one of them could be some kind of, like, new boss monster or something. I have no idea what they've added. Like, 1.12.2 came out recently. I don't know if it's a content update or a bug update. I don't read the patch notes anymore. So, honestly, like, any number of mobs could just pop out of the wilderness and just slaughter me, and I would just be like, okay, that's fine. They added some new mountain-dwelling boss? I don't know. Apparently they added some kind of new boss somewhere. I remember that being mentioned. I don't know where. I don't know how any of this works anymore. Minecraft is a game beyond my comprehension at this point. Like, again, I'm I'm considering adding mods, but I might not even have to, given how much this game has changed without my knowledge. This is just too awesome to ignore, though. Like, come on. I don't know. Don't know. I think we'll build up here. The witch is gone, I hope, and if she's not, then we're screwed. By the way, I'm gonna climb this, and then we're gonna call it a day. Sound good? No? Too bad. Huh. Yeah, look at this. This is a great, hilarious hedge. We're gonna break it. Just to piss people off. Actually, no, it's actually kind of ugly. I don't like sharp edges. I don't like edgy things. I don't like squares. I don't like triangles. Ever played a game with too many triangles? It's just awful. What I'm trying to say is I don't like geometry class. What I'm trying to say, before I start dying, is I don't like geometry class, but that's actually irrelevant. Now it's just snowing. Okay, I'm hearing pigs. Where am I hearing pigs from? Are there pigs on top of this mountain? If there are, I'm going to kill all of them. I hope you know. Like, I'm telling you this now. If there are pigs on top of this mountain, there's a pig. No, there's pigs! This is Athens! I think I've also made that joke before. Bye. Crunch. Crunchy, crunchy bacon. This is how you make bacon. This is also how you end up starving to death late game, because you killed all your passive mobs. But I don't really care. Because I am king of the mountain. And that is all I need to be happy. Anyway guys, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you didn't, please let me know in the comments what I'm doing wrong so I can fix it in the future. Right now this series is just survival, but I don't know, I might spice it up a bit. Add some mods, add some difficulty, who knows, this should be a lot of fun. Again, hardcore survival has come to an end just kind of by time, really, and new computer and such. But, hopefully this series can be just as fun, if not more. We will see. If you have any ideas or suggestions for what you want to see me do, or what you want me to add, post them in the comments. And anyway, to all who reside in my little duck pond of YouTube, this is Ducks Unlimited. Farewell.